I'll read just a bit off the back cover to contextualize what I'm going to read, because I won't have any other explanation otherwise. This is Finnigans Wake. In Chapelizod, a suburb of Dublin, an innkeeper and his family are sleeping. Around them and their dreams, there swirls a vortex of world history, of ambition and failure, desire and transgression, pride and shame, rivalry and conflict, gossip and mystery. The author called time and the river and the mountains the real heroes of this book. So, a short excerpt from Finnigans Wake. River run past Eve and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Howth, Castle, and environs. Sir Tristram, voileur d'amours, for over the short sea had Passencore re-arrived from North Armorica on this side the scraggy isthmus of Europe Minor to wield or fight his pen-isolate war. Nor had Topsawyer's rocks by the stream Oconee exaggerated themselves to Lawrence County's Georgios while they went to Dublin their mumper all the time. Nor a voice from a fire bellowsed Mishy to Tauf Thort Petrick. Not yet, though venison after had a kid's cad butt-ended a bland old Isaac. Not yet, though all's fair in Vanity, were Sozy Sesther's wroth with Tuan Nathan de Joe. Rot a peck of Pa's malt had gem or shen brewed by Arclight and Rory ends to the Regenbro was to be seen rinksome on the aquaface. The Fall. Ba 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 dal garach ta kamina ron kon bron on ron tuonton provar hunonskon tu hordentor nook. The Humpty Hillhead of Humself promptly sends an unquiring one well to the west in quest of his tumpty-tum toes. And their upturned Pike Point and Place is at the knock out in the park where oranges have been laid to rust upon the green since Devlin's first loved Livy. What clashes here of wills gen once, Ostrogods, Skagan, fishy gods, where the Battlearies partisans are still out to master malicious McGrains and the Verdens catapulting the camabalistics out of Hoyt Boyce of Hootyhead, Assy Gates and Boomeringstrums, Sod's Brood, Beamy Fear, Sanglorians Save, Arms Appeal with Larms Appalling, Killy, Atoll, what chance cuddlies, what cashels aired and ventilated, what bidemy to love's sin deuced by what to go to tabsolvers, what true feeling for theirs heyer with what strong voice of false Jickup. Oh, hear, how Hoth sprawled met the dusked of the father of fornicationists, but, oh, my shining stars and body, how hath fame spanned most high heaven the sky sign of soft advertisement? But is suit, ere were sewers. The oaks of Auld now they lie in peat, yet elms leap where asks lay. Fall if you but will, rise you must, and none so soon either shall the farce for the nunts come to a set-down secular fiendish. Bygmester Finnegan of the stuttering hand, Freeman's Mar, lived in the broadest way imaginable in his rush lit too far back for miswages before Joshuan judges had given us numbers or Helveticus committed Deuteronomy. One yeasty day he sternly struck his teat in a tub for to watch the future of his fates, but ere he swiftly stuck it out again by the might of Moses, the very water was evaporated, and all the Genesis had met their exodus, so that ought to show you what a pension-juicy chap he was. And during mighty odd years, this man of Hod, cement and edifices and Toperstorp, piled bildung, supra-bildung, pon the banks for the livers of the so-and-so. He had a little Fifianny ugged what little Crather, with her hair in Hans tuck up your part in her, oft while Balbulus Mithra ahead, with goodly trowel and grasp and dive roiled overalls, which he habitacularly fancied, like Harun Childeric Egbirth. He would caligulate by multiplicables the altitude and multitude until he seesawed by neat light of the liquor wheretwin 'twas born, his roundhead staple of other days, to rise in undress masonry upstanded, joy grant it, a wall worth of a skyrscape of most Eiffel, Hoif, and Towerly, originating from next to nothing and calesculating the himmels and all. Hierarchitect tip-top loftical, with a burning bush abob off its bobble top, and with Lorenzo Toolers clittering up, and tumbles of buckets clattering down. Of the first was he to bear arms and a name, Wassili Bouzlia of Rezengeborg, his crest of heraldry invert with ancillars, troublante, argent, a hedgeoak, pursuivant, horrid, horned. His scutcheon fest with archers strung, Helio of the second. Hooch is for husbandman handling his hoe. Ho 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 ho. Mr. Finn, you're going to be Mr. Finn again. Come day morm and, oh, your vine. Sunday zeeve and, your vinegar. Ha 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 ha, Mr. Fun, you're going to be fined again. Finnigans Wake is bizarre. It's really out there. Oh, it gets juicy. So that's all I have to say about it. I'd love to talk about this book with anyone. It's something that I spent a lot of time with this year, and I don't know what any of it means. Thank you all for listening.